Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back, brand new episode of Attack on Culture, final episode of the year. So, hey, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to all you guys out here in the world, and hey, be safe, be blessed, all of that. So, this is our year end episode of 2024. We appreciate all the support we got this past year as we really went full gung ho back into the full shuffle of things with you tweaking media with threes from the ring going full, going pretty much consistent, and then we're back consistent with Attack on Culture. So we appreciate you guys who been around for the journey, and new to the journey as well, man. So hey, shout out to you guys, and also shout out to our boy Darth Jen, man. Look, I remember you, G. You's an OG fan, G. You's an OG, so I gotta give you your shout out, G, because you stuck around when we was poof, nigga. So respect, bro, on the real. But with that said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video. Make sure you share, let the people know you rocking with us. Anything involving nerd content, anime, gaming, superhero, all of that stuff. We give it to you guys here. And make sure you guys check out all the other content we have on You Tweaking Media as well as Threes from the Ring. And the Gotcha content as well that Cam has as well. And also check out the TikTok page as well. UTM Clips, You Tweaking Media is on TikTok, and check out Attack on Culture on Twitter and Blue Sky as well too. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode because we do have a lot for you guys to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk about what we got going on personally and all of that, what we've been checking out this week. And to be honest with me, I have yet to check anything out. This work week has been ass. Well, I wouldn't say it's been ass. It's been busy. If you guys don't know, I work for the evil empire known as Amazon. And pretty much, I would say this holiday season was going smooth until Thursday, G. I don't know if you guys...
when the strikes happen?
Yeah, the strikes, but it don't affect my... That's another thing. The strikes are not affecting anybody, G. It's not affecting anybody. It's only... You might see at most 25 people in that picket line, G. But it's not affecting anything. But
man, don't say that, bro. These niggas is getting inspired to strike at the warehouses because of you niggas, man. You know, don't say that. Now you making it. Now you making it seem like y'all got a Mickey Mouse strike going on, bro. I don't like that, man.
They probably got like 50 replacement workers for everybody who trying
to. Man, y'all it was going full. Look, bro, on my side of things, ain't nothing was affected. Nothing. But with that said, shout out to them people who are striking, G. Y'all, I support you guys from a distance. And with that said, clip this. So let's get a clip. But either way, this past week this holiday season was going too smooth. And all I gotta say is this past Thursday was probably the worst day of my work life at that damn job. A nigga throws his back out. Nigga gets dizzy while filling out the paperwork about his back getting thrown out. Have to call ambulance. Next thing I know, this girl don't have nobody to get her kids from work. She's called crying. Gotta send somebody to take her out. Okay. Then
she gotta call crying to pick up her kids is crazy work, Bezos.
Hey, look, to me, it is, but hey, look, we figure something out. Them packages gotta get delivered because Bezos is evil. But this is the thing that topped it all off, G. I don't know if you guys saw what I threw in the chat that evening.
Yes, I saw it. I did not know how to respond.
It literally, look, all I'm gonna say is this. It don't take much to take the key out the ignition and take it with you and deliver the fucking package when you're in Harvey. Why are you leaving the engine running in Harvey and letting the little YNs take the fucking van?
But don't those trucks, aren't those vans tracked?
It was a rental.
Oh,
you let the rental get taken, G. You let the rental get taken, G.
Half out of it is gone.
So, and look, that was the worst day ever because on top of it, that was just everything about that day was just bad as hell, G. Like I was stressed. I probably got like 10 more gray hairs off that shit alone, G. So with that said, I wasn't able to entertain anything really, besides probably basketball, and that's for Threes from the Ring. Barely watched wrestling, barely watched anime. You already know in the game again. That's fucked. So
wasn't even questioning it. Even questioning it.
This has been a hell week. Stop ordering packages from that company. Take y'all asses outside. Go to Walmart. Go to the mall. Please. Y'all are working these people to the bone.
Hey, bro. All right, boy. Just like on goddamn Monsters Inc., you saying this on live airway. That's bound for banishment. That is bound for banishment. You better chill out, bro.
Hey, look,
you would be up in there.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I will say. That's all I will say. It's on y'all now. G, go ahead and speak y'all things.
Gonna do some Kendrick censoring on you, boy. It's gonna be straight.
The little blanks they be doing.
You saying nothing, and it just skips to me. All right, but as far as me, I only really did like one big thing, and that was yesterday. I actually like stayed up playing this because I was like so locked into it. But first and foremost, definitely want to echo what Chris said earlier. Big thanks for people for rocking with us on the content creation side. Shout out to all the YouTube subscribers. We are officially over 500 subscribers. I think we had a goal of like 100, 150.
We went back into it at 100 and we literally jumped to 400 and literally
like
end of the
crazy
quarter.
How we met. We over exceeded our expectations, what we had this year. And I think it can only grow up as we continue to improve and be more consistent in our content, and have you guys rocking with us on the supporting side. So definitely want to thank y'all. I want to thank all my fellow degenerate gamers out there, all my gacha players out there, even though I pissed off some of y'all players, but it is what it is. It's a video game. It's pixels on the screen. But as far as that, enough of that. What I did yesterday. So if you don't know, I play a lot of video games. I'm all across different genres. And one of the big genres I like is like kind of like the murder mystery / like visual novel type things. If you know about Phoenix Wright, that's one of my favorite Capcom game series of all times. And there's another game series that is called Danganronpa. It's a Spike Chunsoft game, and essentially kind of like Phoenix Wright, but like more wackier, not wackier, but like more darker. It's a killing game between kids, and basically like this guy kidnaps kids, put them in a situation where like, hey, you want to escape, you have to murder your classmate. There's a class trial that's held, and if you guess the right person who killed, then that person gets executed. But if you guess the wrong person that gets killed, then everybody else gets executed and the killer gets to escape. So some really psychological stuff that goes on in that game. It's really great. There's I want to say there's 3 main games and a couple of side games, but the last game that we got was V3, and that was years ago. So this group of people, I can't recall the team name, but essentially they got together and they created this fan project called Project Eden. And so this is a game that's made by Danganronpa fans for Danganronpa fans. It's completely free, and they just released their update to Chapter 1 for the game. And it is really, really, really good. So I highly recommend, if you are a Danganronpa fan, to go ahead and check it out. Like I said, it's completely free. Just search up Project Eden Chapter 1, download and play it. I won't spoil anything, but it's a lot of twists. And the person that gets caught in the end, I was not expecting. And I'm someone who like goes to these games trying to like deep think and go like, oh, it's definitely this person, it's definitely that person. But the person who gets caught in the end was a surprise even to me. So highly recommend it. I hope that this project continues to be successful, and that we continue to get more chapters, and that it gets its just flowers, because this is, if you've played the series, this fan project, it feels like, from the aesthetics to the music to like the way everything is set up, it feels truly like a Danganronpa spiritual successor. So be sure to check that out. And that's it for me.
Cool. Trail. Mute yourself.
Yeah, I got this stupid dog in this basement with me. Look, bro. I don't know why. Anytime I go through trials and tribulations, I got to put air quotes because I'm pretty privileged more than anybody else with the situation I'm in. I don't know when I go through trials and tribulations, I get set with the most wackiest one. And this time it involves a dog that I don't rock with, but he rocks with me apparently.
But you not to rock with a dog is still crazy.
I hate this little nigga, man. I hate this little nigga, bro. And I love animals. Niggas know me. I don't even watch like nature crazy videos. I hate watching those things. I love animals. I hate that animals eat each other. I wish they was all vegetarian. But I hate this nigga, bro. No, but for me, I would say it's just the same thing for me. I tried to lock into that and still trying to lock into that Amazon anthology series about video gaming. I caught the first couple. Yeah, it started. Yeah, that stuff started.
It started.
Yeah, PlayStation has the worst one, so don't get your hopes up.
Okay.
That's one about Concord, right?
No, I hope they ain't got one. It's about like all their IPs and this one delivery lady, but nigga, they was acting like these were Marvel cameos. You got 5 seconds because that check is decent. You saw what Kratos did in that trailer. That's all he did in that show. But no, seriously, I watched. It was one that was a Dungeons and Dragons one, really freaking good. Made me want to play a Dungeons and Dragons game. Then I realized I'll be playing a Dungeons and Dragons game other than freaking Baldur's Gate. I'm trying to think of another one. The Sifu one. We need a Sifu show. That just needs to happen. It just needs to happen. It just needs to happen, bro. And I can't think of some other ones. I didn't watch all of them. I heard the Helldivers one was really good. And then I think I watched one more other than them two. And they said the Pac-Man one. Pac-Man fans don't like it, but other people like it. Nigga, I don't care what Pac-Man fans think. My nigga, you a Pac-Man fan.
Being a Pac-Man fan is crazy. Honestly, it's like there's no loyalty.
I hate that people think Pac-Man is a concept, and then I'm like, hey, don't. You ain't got the genre to do that with, bro. All right. No, I don't want to hear it. Other than that, so the Game Awards, which we probably won't even talk about this episode because we all probably forgot about it and went past, but
I totally
the Game Awards passed, but the thing that overshadowed the whole Game Awards, literally, I think everybody watched it for, was the Game of the Year. And I had a goal, well, y'all niggas knowing, to play every Game of the Year candidate that get posted right there. I think I achieved it. I think Metaphor, Elden Ring, Wukong, LOL, Balatro, and Astrobot. Yeah, I did it. Now, the reason I say that is I locked into Balatro literally like a couple of days before the Game Awards. And I will say, me and Cam had this conversation a lot while we joke with niggas in the party. Look, if Astrobot wasn't going to win, it still wasn't going to be Wukong. It was going to be Metaphor. If Metaphor wasn't going to win, it still wasn't going to be Wukong. It was going to be Final Fantasy. If Final Fantasy wasn't going to win, it still wasn't going to be Wukong. It was going to be Elden Ring again. If Elden Ring wasn't going to win,
it's going to be Balatro.
It was going to be Balatro. I say all that to say, Balatro is heat. If you like to get your teeth sunk into addictive things, like addictive roguelike, because this is a whole genre. The card roguelike is a whole genre. Slay the Spire, Inscription. I forgot it's another game out there that people like. It's a whole genre. This one evolves around poker hands. I'm not even a poker nigga, but I platinum Red Dead Redemption, so I became a poker nigga for about 2 weeks. And this is an amazing game. I literally stayed up to about 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday playing it. No, 3. I had church in the morning. So 3 o'clock in the morning playing it. I was about to put like 50 screenshots in the PlayStation chat and realized I'm the only nigga that played this game. Why would I do this? But I was getting scores of numbers niggas never seen before. I had a number of 1.50E015. Where that E come from? I don't know, brother, but I got that joint. But yeah, that's really much it. I'll say if anybody get Balatro is cheap too. Make it. Hey, look, PlayStation know when things selling to up that price. They hit you with a Ultra Mega a year edition that involves nothing real quick. So I would say if you want something to play that's not these super duper AAA games, you want a smooth indie title, you want to challenge the platinum, grab Balacto. You'll have fun.
All right, cool. All right, so let's move on. So Sonic 3 came out, the movie. And I planned to see it this weekend, but life. But so Cam, you went to see it and you gave it high praises. So
I did indeed. So again, those don't know, I'm a huge Sonic fan. I grew up on Sonic. The first game I ever played in my life was Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis. I mean, as you can see in the background, see if I'm pointing right. Shout out to Displate, sponsor us in the future. I went ahead, I got 4 Displate pictures, Sonic right there in the background. I don't know if you can see by my window right there. It's a little by the Baby Yodas and the Pikachu. It's a Sonic little plushie right there. So like Sonic was my childhood hero. Sat AM, Sonic X, whatever you could think of. I was on it when it came to Sonic. And so I was very critical of the first. I mean, rightfully so. When the first movie came out and that trailer came out, that shit was ass.
We bully. Hey, look, man, bullying works.
And
bullying works.
A lot of them niggas to fix that shit because that first design of Sonic was, I don't even know what they was cooking at that studio, but that shit was garbage. But when they fixed him up, and I went to go see the movie, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. It captured the essence of Sonic's character. Even though it did involve human characters, I actually liked the human characters it involved. I liked the relationship with Sonic. I made the whole meme joke about Jim Carrey never being funny, but I liked his role of him playing Eggman. He's really freaking good in the role, and he's still good in the role in the third film. So the first and second movie were straight bangers. It got better. I like the first movie. I like the second movie better. I don't know quite where I'd put, because I really did like the second movie. So I don't know if I would say the third movie is better or is about the same as the second movie. I have to ruminate my thoughts a little bit more. But I will say that the thing I like about these Sonic movies, I can even extend that to the Mario movie that came out, I think, last year, is that it is a movie that it's a perfect family film and a video game film, in the sense that it's something for the kids, but it's also something for fans of Sonic, people who grew up on, like me. That movie was chock full of Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure 2, or not Sonic Adventure 2, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 references, a lot. I mean, across the board. Like every time I was like, okay, it's a Sonic Adventure 2 reference. Even though I absolutely hate this game, I think it's one of the worst Sonic games that ever came out on the GameCube. Shadow the Hedgehog had a lot of the references to that video game. They're very obvious. If you saw the trailer with him riding on the motorcycle with a gun, to him walking up the vehicle in flames, that was a Shadow the Hedgehog reference. There's so many video game references to people who, like me, grew up on Sonic, but it's also something for kids to enjoy. When I walked out the theater, I saw like a family that was like hanging out around we went to AMC. It was a Sonic 3 movie poster. There's a bunch of little kids pointing at the picture going like, oh, that's Sonic, that's Tails, that's Knuckles, that's Shadow. And it's cool to see that, because that's how I was as a kid. It's cool to see that something that you liked as a kid is timeless. So it's not just for my generation, it's for a whole new upcoming generation of people to grow up on a thing that I liked. So it was cool kind of seeing that. This is going to be spoiler free, so I don't want to spoil anything, because at the time of when this video eventually drops on the YouTube side, it's still going to be within its first week. So, you know, I ain't one of them. We don't want to be one of them YouTube channels, but it kind of starts right into the action. So like, you know, you have like a little, you know, kind of like a typical beginner family scene. Shadow gets released and then the movie just kicks right in. So it's one of those movies that's like gets right into the action. Keanu Reeves as Shadow was really good. I mean, he sounds like Keanu. It was hard to kind of, because every time he talked, I was just thinking about John Wick all the time. But I think he was really good in the role. Idris Elba as Knuckles continues to freaking kill it. Honestly, I think that's like my default voice for Knuckles now. Like he's really good in the role. And then the chemistry between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles was really good. The comedy is a bit on the more of the kids side. There are some things that made me like laugh because it was like video game references and stuff like that. But a lot of this stuff, I had to go into the movie going like, this movie is mainly marketed towards little kids. It's for me, but it's more so for the little kids. So with that frame in mind, I was able to enjoy some of the comedic aspects. The story, they took some creative liberties with like some of the lore in Sonic Adventure 2 and also Shadow the Hedgehog, but I liked it for the most part. I think it was something that like I could get past. They kind of PG'd a lot of stuff because the video games were a lot more darker when it came to Shadow's backstory, to be expected.
So, translation, no spoiler without so the little girl didn't get.
Yeah. No, they didn't do that. They PG'd that. But it was still good. They kind of I
guess
I'll say that the relationship between Eggman and his grandfather, who you see in the trailer, Jared Robotnik, was really funny. Jim Carrey playing both roles. He really did great. They even made a fourth wall joke about that. That was pretty funny. But overall, I think the movie is really great. I think if you're a Sonic fan like me, you grew up in my generation playing the games. I think it is for us in the fact that like we'll see a lot of, nostalgia bait and stuff like that. But like you'll see it works really well. And then if it's for a family film, it works. Kids are going to be entertained. I think me and my mom went to go see the movie and she was entertained. She watched the first before we look because she didn't see the first two Sonic movies. So she watched it's on Hulu for now. So if anybody wants to check those movies out, it's on Hulu. And she liked the movie. So I think that it's a good film for everybody. If you want, spend time with your family during the Christmas holidays and you want to do an activity, I think it's a great film to see. And that's it for me.
All right, cool. So if you haven't, go ahead and see Sonic 3. If you got T-Mobile, you could probably get a $5 ticket still. So do that.
Also, stay behind. There are 2 after credit scenes. So if you're gonna go see the movie, make sure you stay behind for the credits. Those after credit scenes are really good.
So we get Sonic Heroes the movie. Let's go, G. Sonic Heroes the movie.
All I gotta say is that one nigga who screamed and said about him, I want to say it, reaching his climax because of that end of the credit scene. When I say nigga, it was kids weird in that theater. You're weird.
You're weird.
2,
you're weird.
2, I got spoiled, nigga. I'm not even a fan like y'all. Nigga, I was on TikTok, I was on Twitter scrolling, and I don't even in my algorithm. Nigga, I got hit with the crazy, nigga, the whole end credit screen, 4K, 3. I'm like, nigga, where did this come from?
Great, that's crazy. Blackmail footage.
Bro, I was like, bro, what did I do? I was like, I probably was about to go watch this. I want to see how Keanu Reeves sound. I'm like, well, I ain't got to worry about that no more. So yeah, spoiled the whole.
But it's really good after credit scenes. Hopefully you didn't get spoiled on TikTok. But yeah, stay for the after credit scenes. They're good.
All right, cool. So going on to news side of things. So that's just why we're on topic of movies pretty much. We got a big trailer release that came out 2 days ago. James Gunn dropped a trailer for the Superman movie that's been getting hyped up. And hey, it's early to say, but the feeling might be restored, man. We might actually get a genuinely really good Superman movie. I ain't gonna sit and say, oh yeah, James Gunn fix the universe, but we might actually be getting a good Superman movie, and I'm excited for that. Trailer looked good. The actor, he looks cool. Like he ain't overly big like the last guy. I forgot his damn name.
Henry Cavill.
There we go. Henry Cavill.
Mad as hell. Let you for that, Chris. Boy, that's a.
Hey, look. I go outside. So, but either way. Like, dude look cool. The trailer looks interesting. I'm glad it's already established that Superman's been around and all of that. Like, it's that already established universe. Like, people know what the fuck is going on. So I'm happy about that. But it looks cool. And also shout out to we getting the dog too, man. Shout out to the dog being pulling up too. So hey, I'll let you guys give y'all thoughts on it.
Go ahead, Cam.
So I watch. It's a tradition that me and my mom have where we watch like all the comic book movies in theaters. So that goes for DC as well. The DCEU was a complete utter trash fire, dumpster bin. I'm glad that thing is dead and gone and dusted and never to return to my screen again.
Snyderverse.
That shit was trash. And I'm glad that it's been exposing Zack Snyder for that. Since that movie, that Zack Snyder's been getting exposed that like he's not a good director.
Fraud.
Sorry, he's just not. As much as you, I like the dark, realistic Superman. I don't. He sucks. So I'm glad that. I think for me, this kind of goes beyond the trailer. This is me coping optimism for the future. I think I'm cautiously optimistic about this movie. And before people go like, you're a Marvel fanboy, you're a Disney cuck, blah 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 blah. No, because the MCU has been absolute shite. They just recently had a good banger with Deadpool and Wolverine. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's been like a diamond in a pile of shit for Phase 4 and Phase 5. My hope is that this movie does well. I want this movie to do well. The reason why I want this movie to do well is because the superhero comic book movie has been stagnant. It has been dull. It has been them trying to capture that in-game Fortnite success for years, and they have been failing to do so with all these ensembles and trying to establish universes and stuff. And when they do have something good, they go ahead and ruin it, like Joker. It's been years of them trying to get that in-game money, and I think that I want DC to do well because competition is good. And I want this movie to do really well so Marvel can get up their asses and go like, hey, look, whatever we're going to call this new universe, the James Gunn DC Cinematic Universe, whatever they're going to dub it, I hope it does well. And I hope that this Superman movie kickstarts something good, especially when it comes to Superman, because Superman deserves it. He's been in some
pack of meat.
For him to be one of the literally the most popular, famous superheroes of all time in the live action side, do not give that man justice. There's a lot of stuff in that trailer that like gives me some like, you got a lot of like eggs in the ducket. Like there's a lot of superhero villains that they introduce. So I'm hoping that it's not like a Batman versus Superman situation where they're trying to like force set up the Justice League stuff. I hope it's something that's natural and fits and makes sense in the Superman movie that they're trying to establish in this world. But other than that, I have cautious hope. I really want this movie to do well. I really want DC to get back into the running for like making competent superhero movies, and I want this to be a kick in the nuts for Marvel to kind of get off their asses and start making quality superhero films. So that's my hope. I think it looks good, and I think James Gunn. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna make a Zack Snyder situation out of James Gunn. He made some really good movies with Guardians of the Galaxy, except that second movie. I mean, it's not bad, but I didn't really care for it. But Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 3, really good. And he's established that he's a really good superhero film director. So I have hope that he's going to deliver with the Superman movie.
True.
You know, I'm happy and elated. Reason I'm happy is not just because of the trailer, it's because, you know, we get to bully niggas. We get to bully the Snyderverse niggas.
Yes.
No matter how great. Like, if the movie's mid, we get to bully the Snyderverse niggas because your movie's garbage. I'd rather have mid than garbage. If I'm eating food, I'd rather food be like, that was all right, than be like, hey, waiter, what is this? So I'm happy. I'm good. But on a serious note, I'm probably the biggest Superman fan out of everybody. I just like what he means as his character and stuff like that. A beacon of hope. Very Christ-like. I'm not going to say he's Christ, but he's extremely Christ-like and stuff like that. So I appreciate the Superman character. And I appreciate the amount of detail James Gunn is going into saying, if they're going to make me the leader of this DCEU, I'm going to start off with the big guy. Yeah. Because most people would just start off with Batman.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I think that the Batman movie that came out recently is a freaking amazing. 9. I understand. I think it's a 9 out of 10. I understand if you got that joint a 10 out of 10. It is an amazing movie.
Really good.
Really good.
I say that to say it is almost impossible to make a bad Batman movie because that nigga is so freaking cool. It's you literally gotta have that nigga play the Dark Crusader. Like from the time of Adam West, maybe the George Clooney movie, but people even like that wacky and zany stuff. All the way to Robert Pattinson. It's impossible to make a bad Batman movie. He got the best role gallery in villains history and stuff like that. He is probably the coolest superhero. Like the nigga, like I watch a lot of the Batman animated series stuff, and I used to hate Batman fans. Nigga, I understand why y'all meat rat that nigga so much. The nigga cold. Got the best video games and all that type of stuff. So anybody would take the easier route and start with him. He took, which is probably the hardest route, and start with Superman.
Yeah.
Because Superman is the big guy. He's like, you call him when there's universal threats, and he ain't the Flash where you going against Captain Cold and the gorilla with sentient. This nigga going against Metamorpho and stuff like that. So he chose the biggest like pause, the biggest guy. And I like to say I like the trailer. A lot of people was like, why do Nathan Fillion look like that? Why do the Graham John Stewart?
That's comic book. That's how he looks in the
comic. They had to make Guy Gardner get a military cut because that nigga was stupid ugly before that. All right, nigga's ugly. Shout out to my nigga Nathan Fillion. That name is scarred because of freaking Big Mouth, and I'm not even gonna go into why that Big Mouth scarred that freaking name, but Big Mouth involved kids. You should understand why. But shout out to Nathan Fillion. That nigga, I just got done watching the Batman Brave and the Bold episode in which they showed Guy Gardner in there. And I hated that nigga.
Yeah.
And when he walked into that trailer, I hate that nigga, bro. So I'm extremely hyped. The music was really good. The crypto scene was really good. Superman looks great. His Clark Kent persona. I'm pretty sure the guy is going to get bigger when the movies progress. The guy is skinny, nigga. And also, everybody's not a genetic freak. Shout out to my nigga Steiner, like goddamn Henry Cavill. So like, the guy's going to get bigger. He's playing a younger Superman. RIP that nigga Pops already. Nigga sitting on the stoop. That nigga Pops trying to tell him, I got colon cancer, son. I put that on your bingo card, bro. They about to kill this nigga.
As long as it's not rescuing a fucking dog in a stupid ass tornado and him going like, "Don't save me, son," I'm perfectly fine. This fucking movie was so stupid.
Say, no, I'm not even going. I came from church. I'm not even what I'm about to say. But I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. The gripes people have, I don't have. Some people say the costumes look weird. My nigga,
I think they're fine.
Bro, Wolverine had the worst comic book costume in the whole MCU. I don't hear nothing. They made the simplest, the nigga with the simplest costume ever. They turned that nigga into a Power Ranger. I don't hear nothing. Okay, so I think everything, like Mr. Terrific looks great, and I think they're adding everybody, not to say, oh, we got a whole Justice League nigga, but to show that, hey, it's a lot of superheroes here. They doing a bunch of. I think James Gunn is doing a bunch of movies that I think should just be exclusively on Max instead of putting them in theaters. Like there's a Swamp Thing movie I think coming out next not 2025 or 2026. So he's building a universe. If you want to see what his universe will kind of be like, Creature Commandos is on Max. Watch it. If you like Nazis getting killed, who doesn't like that? Watch it. They got that nigga G.I. Robot on there whose exclusive job is to murk Nazis. But I think this is going to be a very, very good movie. Expectations is going to be high. Said it. That is a thing. There's a lot of things that I could patent on this podcast, but there's one thing I will say. This is a trail truth. Hashtag. If you set them expectations to the sky, my nigga, they will not be met. Unfortunately. So again, I can't wait. James Gunn, I hope you nail it. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. I might go see it in the theaters. That's how much I'm looking forward to it. not going to the movies. But yeah, shout out to that. I can't wait. Shout out to my nigga Nathan Fillion too. One last time, nigga, you are ugly, but you made this dude. Nigga, you made this nigga. You made this nigga. You made that ugly nigga come to life, bro. That nigga, I know he's going to be the best part in that movie. I absolutely know it. You can't. I don't care if he's gonna have 2 minutes of screen time. I know that Guy Gardner is going to be the best part of that goddamn movie. And also, shout out to Metamorpho. That looks like he's going to be the main villain. And I don't think us, who was born in the 90s, late 90s, maybe Chris is technically early 90s.
Early 90s, yeah.
We will never be happy with a Lex Luthor casting. Because that black nigga they put on Justice League animation is literally who we want to see. We will never see that, bro.
Just find a light-skinned nigga, G. A light-skinned bald nigga, G. Or a racially ambiguous person, G.
What's
if
that
you
nigga
find
name?
A racially ambiguous person, you good.
What was that nigga name that used to fight in the UFC who had that legendary stuff with Chuck Liddell? I forget this nigga name. He the only nigga that look like him to me, bro.
I know who you're talking about.
Man, shoot. I'll most likely remember it. I'll pop that nigga on the screen somewhere for niggas who watching this video on TikTok. He'll be popped on there somewhere. Pause. But yeah, shout out to James Gunn though. I hope you landed, bro. And that nigga Nathan Fillion ugly.
He on that nigga ass. All right, so moving on the gaming news. So Marvel Rivals. So still popping, either I just tweaked on the damn side scroll, but either way. But Marvel Rivals director said, "Hey, look, nigga. Look, look, man, y'all gonna get who you get. Players play who they want to play. You don't want no healer, you don't want no tank. It is what it is. It is what it is, G.
Cool.
So you want to see.
I'm totally fine with that. I agree with it actually, because that's the type of shit that ruined Overwatch. Yeah. My question is to you, Mr. Marvel's Rivals director. Simple question, as someone who's been playing a lot of ranked. Why the fuck isn't Hero Band available across all ranks? Why do you have to get to Diamond to get to Hero Bands? That makes no fucking sense. And before people go like, oh, but it's lower ranks, listen, here's the thing. The reason why people want role queue is specifically because a lot of team comps and stuff, a lot of characters at the point, the game is not even a month old, cool, but there's a lot of things that have come out as far as like very powerful stuff in the game, right? And I know the whole philosophy is if everybody's overpowered, then nobody's overpowered. Shut the fuck up. There's some stuff in that game that needs to be addressed. I'm not going to say what, because you can get into a whole can of debacles, but there are things in that game that needs to be addressed. And the best way to do that is through hero bans. You start the season off with ranked and you allow people across all ranks to ban heroes. And you use that data to go, Luna Snow is getting banned consistently across all ranks, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, top 500, whatever. Luna Snow is getting consistently banned as a support character. Why is she getting banned? Why is she consistently getting banned? And you look at that data, it is a good way for you to take data as far as who's getting banned, in terms of like what ranks are they getting banned in, and asking the community through, surveys and stuff like that, what are your thoughts on this character? Because you see that like this characters keep getting banned and go like, well, Luna Snow has a freaking disgustingly overpowered ult, has one of the best, if not the best ults in the game. And that's why people don't want you playing her. Well, maybe we need to fine tune her ult. That's how you. Am I still there? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, my freaking video stuff froze up.
Your video froze, but you good, voice wise.
I don't know.
There you go.
Okay. But yeah, so basically, yeah, it's a good way for you to glean what needs to be addressed. And I think hero bans, what you're doing right now, is a good idea. I think it just needs to be spread across all ranks. I'm fine with no role queue, because that shit you push a game on competitive or a quick play on Rivals is damn near instantaneous. You add role queue, you wait in like 2 to 3 minutes, especially in top 500 ranks, bro. Shit, good luck. Get that TikTok page open. A good way to kind of circumvent that, as far as like my big thing, which is addressing things that need to be changed or fine-tuned. I'm not calling for, Luna Snow just needs to be like her old, she needs to just, I don't know, heal for absolutely nothing, damage boost for absolutely nothing, and she just needs to get one shot by Jeff the Shark pissing on her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not calling for a nerf like that, but what I'm saying is there's things in this game that need to be fine-tuned, things that need to be addressed. Like, oh shit, why does Hela keep getting banned in high ranks and across all ranks? I wonder why. Like, taking a look at the data that you get across all ranks will allow you to really look and see like what you need to change in the game. That's my whole thing. I'm fine with no role queue, but you need to also make hero bans available across the board.
Definitely agree. Trail, your thoughts?
I agree with everything Cam said, 110%. We've been locked in. I don't know if Extra gonna see this. Nigga, you don't carry me anywhere!
Yeah, he said.
This nigga needs to lock in, alright? Now, I don't, they say, hey, bro, you only play when I'm online. Golly! Gosh, I wonder what happened if I don't play with my friends. Why would I not play with my friends in a game that makes you play with your friends? Oh no!
That recommends you play with friends. That recommends you play with friends.
Nigga, what? But okay, I'm joking, but I agree with everything Ken said. We've been locked in, 100% locked in to Rivals. I don't know if it's the same thing for Ken. I'm trying to get the game out my system. I got YouTube videos playing. I got me playing the game itself. I'm watching Extra stream that joint. I'm trying to get out my system. So come February, niggas ain't talking to me. So but I agree with Cam. I don't want role queue. There should be a niggas who made Marvel Rival. If you hire me. I'm about the latest job plan out for you. It's called strategic avoidance. It should be a nigga whole job to look at Blizzard patch notes for Overwatch and say, nigga, we not doing that. Write everything down and put that on a piece of paper. Come into the meeting for the morning meeting, but yeah, they buff Widowmaker's health to 250. Orisa just got another micro buff, and Morgan now throw volleyballs for bullets. We won't be doing it. And I lead the meeting.
The patch notes in a flat reaction.
Okay.
To the patch notes.
I got a little video pointing in my head, like boom, boom, boom. We stay away from it. Make sure we hit some more skins and things of that nature. Call it a day. And I'll leave the room. My nigga, I'll take $22 an hour at base. Start seeing my performance. You can start bumping me up and paying things of that nature. I don't care. And just free skins, especially the Squirrel Gore joints. We need those for unknown reasons. We need those joints. So I like just avoid everything Overwatch did. They destroyed their game with crazy patches. With crazy balancing and stuff that wasn't needed. Because of that fan base, they added role queue because the fan base was too smart for their own good in terms of how they created comps and stuff like GOATs like this. And Marvel Rivals, the fan base is really, really smart. But the way these characters, I think, bro, except for a few, some of these characters are so well balanced.
Yes.
Like, so Punisher, extra say Cloak and Dagger. And I think Cloak and Dagger is extremely, because if she get dove, she cooked. Black Panther, nigga, you need to know how to play the game to play Black Panther. It's really, really well balanced. There's a few that's annoying, and then there's a few like Hela, Psylocke. I'm a Hawkeye stan, I'm talking about in the game. Anything else, I don't like that comp. But I'm a Hawkeye stan. I love Hawkeye, but I understand now. Okay, nigga, if you're a penny and you're trying to place your minds on a point, you'll be back at that spawn shortly.
2 arrows. 2 arrows.
But, niggas just need to learn how to play hero shooters. A lot of people who don't know how to play hero shooters, so they think one healer will do the job. And sometimes it can, Me and Cam, it's the same. You mess with us in that backline, you will get smoked. All right, we play healer because we can and we will, but not because we have to, my nigga. You will get clapped.
I will leave our team to die.
They will die, nigga. I will put my all on you. I will literally use my all on you, and I will not
I don't care if we lose that point or lose that game. We go tell you.
Yeah, my nigga, you will be chasing me for the rest of the game, nigga, because I will. You come back there ain't no peel for me. I will kill you, my nigga. Right. Like, I stand my ground. So, no, but yeah, I agree. Like I said, I agree with everything with Cam. Again, Marvel Rivals niggas, I forget what studio hire me. And when whoever doing the TikTok clips for this, hashtag Marvel Rivals like 70 times. Trailside, I look, just hit us up. I'll do the job for. I'm telling you, walk in that joint. Do the exact opposite. Walk out that joint. Should be an independent contractor. I ain't gotta work for you. Y'all ain't even gotta put me in the credits or nothing like that, Joe. So I'm just saying, what? Hey, don't do it. Do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Let's go ahead and move on. So this was pretty big for people who still play Sparking Zero. There was a significant patch that came out last week, and then another one that came out today about rage quarters, but that's not the one that needs to be talked about. It's one where, for one, if you a nigga like hanging out with your homies and be like, hey, throw that Sparking Zero on, talk shit, you can now play all the stages now. So, which a friend of mine, he said that was never going to happen. I'm like, bro, they're going to patch that shit by December, and it happened by December. So my homie Zach, haha. But anyway, but other things, they added a new freaking action to the game as well, high-speed dragon rush dash or some shit like that. And I was like, why would you add a whole new fucking movement to the game? But once again, I'm not Bandai Namco, so it is what it is. So that's on them. But it did adjust a whole bunch of other little things with the game, revenge counters, the teleportation spam is probably what most people's pretty much most happy about, is the teleportation spamming, and where now that would take more key to actually do on top of it.
Yeah.
So things that pretty much supposed to balance out the game and just remove certain spamming actions and stuff of the sort. To me, it is what it is. Because I felt like teleportation was a bit overpowered, but defense on that game is very inconsistent anyway, because it is a battle of, I got the most key now, I'm about to whip your ass. So to me, defense shouldn't be that attached to the skill level counter and the key system as well. Like, nigga, if I could play defense, I can just fucking play defense without being penalized for it. But it's a mix of reactions to people. Some are happy, some are mad. It is what it is. Either way, y'all niggas still losing the Yajirobe's and Android 19s, and that's a personal problem too. So
yeah, they nerfed. They also like nerfed after image strike and instant sparking stuff too, as well. Yep. A big thing that people were complaining about. A lot of people are now happy that they are doing the penalties to rage quitting in ranked mode, because that was a big issue where you get your butt kicked, just turn the game off and put it back on, and then the person who you're fighting against just has to like, all right, well, I just wasted like 2 minutes of my time. So I think that's a good thing. For me, it's too little, too late. I think I think like a lot of people are gonna go like, oh, well, but if you compare this to Xenoverse 2 fucking sucks. So don't. I'm not even gonna hear that argument. Well, if you compare these to all these other fighting games, they were really quick to address these feedbacks and concerns. Like, that should have been in day one. Like, a lot of y'all standards for video games has just gone downhill, and it shows. I mean, it shows in the current state of the modern video games today, that our standards for video games when it comes to like a lot of these things are in the fucking dirt, because they give you a morsel and you're like, oh, it's the best game ever. I can't believe, thank you. They finally they fixed the rage quitting stuff. It's like, that's like a no shit like day one intern going like, do they get punished for rage quitting?
Nope.
Like, that's something that should be like come on, it's common fucking sense in a fighting, especially in ranked, in a fighting game, in a competitive, not most competitive, but in a multiplayer game in general. So I just think that for me personally, the love is gone. I have no desire to play Sparking Zero like at all, even with all these patches. So I mean, I know it's probably gonna piss off all you Dragon Ball fans. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Is what it is. So that's it for me.
Very much. I know Daytra don't give a fuck. So.
Hey, move on, bro. I do not care, bro.
All right. So moving on to the anime side of things. Biggest anime news. Well, one of the biggest anime news, and this is more for the My Hero fan base. Even though I feel like them niggas don't read. Well, some of them do. Some don't. They just anime stands. But My Hero Academia. You said what?
Especially, I don't think nobody fucking cares about vigilantes like that.
Exactly. So, if you are a big My Hero fan who isn't pushing the agenda, I'm sorry, let me censor that. Pushing the agenda.
I'm not gonna try to clip that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's cooked. That's cooked. That's cooked.
But either way, if you are deep into the My Hero streets and not into the other shenanigans, Vigilantes is like a side story in terms of, like, I think it was a student or former student who pretty much is a vigilante. He's like doing what the hell he wants. He don't got his license and he's actually being a hero. So it is like a small section of fan base that is pretty hyped and did enjoy and thoroughly did support the manga. I think it's still ongoing. And so with this being animated, it's something for My Hero fans to take advantage of, especially because they're definitely about to slowly milk this final arc. Yeah, they're gonna milk this shit. So get ready for like a lot of PowerPoint level PowerPoint slide animations and shit, and just Deku's thoughts on certain bullshit as well, because they're gonna take their sweet ass time, bro. But Vigilantes is something, if you nice little side arc to pay attention to, gives a little bit lore to certain little things that happen on the main storyline as well too. So something decent for big My Hero fans.
Yes,
not the weird ones.
And I definitely feel good. I think, shout out to y'all, appreciate y'all. I will not be checking this shit out.
Probably not either.
I'll keep it up with you. I don't care about My Hero like that, but if you do, that's all that matters. So shout out to you.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Last piece of anime news. This actually popped up on the Bloomberg news, and now they put a fucking paywall over it, so I couldn't reread it. Yeah. Luckily, I remember enough of it. Please, 2025 news, legit major journalists, sites, stop putting shit over a paywall.
I'm not gonna pay $2.99, $5.99 to read one article and never check your site out again.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna be doing
Please stop this. This is annoying, and it's also why it was a little bit of a frustration in terms of the political aspect of this time of the year, where people was getting false information because it was bullshit constantly coming up. But anyway, in regards to Crunchyroll, they did have a thorough article. Sony pretty much having issues in terms of Crunchyroll, they already owned it, but after buying Funimation and all of that, Sony pretty much putting all their bags into just overly licensed anime to get on Crunchyroll. Now, with that said, they wasn't expecting other streaming services like a Netflix, Disney, Hulu to sit there and be like, and Amazon Prime to be like, shit, we need anime too. Shoot, it's a huge increase in terms of anime fans, which is true to an extent, because talk to like if you know any teenagers or anything, like a niece, nephew, little brothers, sister, whatever, they into some type of anime. Yep, some type. Compared to like now, it's like when we was kids, teenagers, it was like maybe you and maybe a couple other people that watched something that wasn't Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit like that. So now it's like almost every teenager is into a anime or two and maybe have a deep cut that they rock with. So now with that, they saying, it's a huge surge. So with that said, Crunchyroll's feeling a little pressed. They still number one, but now they're feeling pressure because it's like, dang, we supposed to have Don exclusively, but Netflix has it.
I think
we supposed to get various other licenses, but now you got to compete compete for it against a Disney, which if they so wanted to, they could get anything. Prime example, Bleach. So it's like you're losing subscribers or potential subscribers because they're not just to you. So instead, they'll probably get the $8 version of Crunchyroll instead of the $15, $20 edition where you get access to every goddamn. Well, you get access to everything, but other things on top of it, perks and shit. So Crunchyroll's feel a little pressed. It's interesting when it comes to that, but
as it should. Piracy is on the rise. Shout out to my pirates. I am praying for the continued 2024 to 2025 and up. I'm praying for the continuous downfall of every streaming service known to man. I fucking hate streaming services now. You guys have become the very thing you've sworn to destroy. You're no better than cable. I might as well fucking have cable at this point. Just really, like, I mean, it is so annoying when I'm like, shit, I want to watch John Wick. And then I go, well, where can I watch John Wick? Well, like, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, it used to be on HBO Max or Max.
Now I think John Wick found it on Peacock. Then
Netflix had it for a little while. Now Peacock and I think maybe Paramount. I don't know. It is like I have to do so much research and homework as far as like which $9.99, $14.99, $12.99 plus $2.99 with ad streaming service I need to own in order to just enjoy 2 hours of something that I want to enjoy. And y'all wonder why people pirate, why people buy these Amazon Fire Sticks and go crazy on them.
Yep.
It's because no one wants to deal with your bullshit. I'm on here watching because my mom got she had a deal on Hulu for like no ads or something, like I think it's like no ads for like 12 months. And I watch Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War on Hulu and has ads on there. I kid you fucking not. So Chris, you know, at the end of the Bleach where they do the little thing to little teaser to the next trailer thing, that's like
next episode.
20, it's 28 seconds at the end. So there is an ad break that goes before the ending of the song that plays the outro, and then there's another ad break after the ending. 28 seconds remain in the episode, and there's a 1 minute and 30 second ad break just so I can watch 28 seconds to see what the next episode is going to be about. Fuck you.
Yep.
I hope Crunchyroll, I hope
I'm gonna be right back.
Amazon Prime, I hope Disney Plus, I hope all you streaming services fucking fail. That's my mantra going into 2025. So Crunchyroll, you doing bad? Good. Disney Plus, you doing bad? Good. Hulu, you doing bad? Good. Netflix, you doing bad? Good. I hope you all continue to fucking fail. And shout out to piracy. I'm not encouraging it, but I'm just saying it's there for a reason.
Yeah. I agree with you on the aspect of the streaming service suck. I was just thinking about it too. I was if you doom scroll TikTok like I do scroll TikTok, you will run into the most fire episode of Law and Order SVU you ever seen in your whole entire life, bro. You will run into the most fire episode. And then you go to the comments, you like, that's episode such and such, you up to chill. And you will go and you will look up where to watch Law and Order SVU. And you realize you got to get like 3 of them joints. I'm like,
to watch season 1 through 3.
Yeah,
4 to 5 on this one.
Yeah, I was like, brother, I'm Gucci. I'm like, I go back to that TikTok. I'm telling you will find the most fire episode of it, bro. I'm talking about, I'm watching that joint. I'm like, yo, they going nuts. And I just can't watch it. So I agree with you, man. I say the one I use the most is Netflix. I think as scummy as Netflix is, they still like
they do produce good stuff.
They produce content. Ain't no reason. Yo, what's that joint called? My nigga, if a nigga from Warner Brothers come up to me and say, we about to go up $10, man, I'll slap you. How you going up $10, nigga? What you got on there?
We're gonna add ads. If you want to skip ads, give me $3, please.
bro. Yeah, like that's it. Like Amazon is the only one who dang near stay true because again, you get something else. So people willing to pay higher prices because you get some other stuff on Amazon. Other than that, bro, niggas be tweaking. Like I'm not about to get a Star subscription. What do I need a Star subscription for? Why do I need a? I don't even know. Excuse me. I don't even know what come on Showtime. I think Stars got like P Valley and some other stuff.
I think at least with Showtime, you at least get in boxing.
Man, what? Nigga, I'm not about to pay X amount of anything a month to fall asleep. Okay? So I just get some melatonin. And my nigga, I don't understand these streaming services, bro. They're stupid. There's too many of them. They're hiding cable. I'm not even going to talk about YouTube TV.
Oh,
Whoever is in that joint need to get flogged, my nigga. They need to get they need to get tarred and feathered. Whoever runs YouTube TV need to get tarred and feathered. Tarred and feathered. I'm talking about in the courtyard, and I'm talking about back in the day type stuff in the courtyard, tarred and feathered. And then you get put on one of them things where your head and arms are like this, and they throw tomatoes at you. Straight.
And they parade you around the city too.
Parade you around the city. Hit you with that shame joint that they did to Shorty in Game of Thrones. Like, I need full-fledged OG humiliation rituals, bro. I need that to happen to you, nigga. That joint is like $80-something a month now. That is crazy, bro.
90 for me because I need NFL Red Zone. And I can't wait to cancel.
My nigga, you know what my NFL Red Zone is?
That's a month, right?
You know what my NFL Red Zone is? Again, when this video go on TikTok, it's just gonna be a flash of that website address. So,
disclaimer: we are not encouraging piracy nor promoting piracy. We are just laying out through streaming services why piracy is a thing that continues to be on the rise.
We showing which one y'all to go. We showing which ones y'all need to take out. I'm talking to you, Disney. You know.
Yeah.
So that's what we saying. We showing what y'all need to do. But yeah, that's it, bro. These niggas suck, man. There's a lot of garbage going on, bro.
If you thought we was gonna take Sony and Crunchyroll side because we anime fans, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck all of them.
Nah, like y'all did to yourselves, man. So did to yourselves. But let's go ahead and get to our wrap up of 2024. Overall thoughts. It was a cool year. That's all I'm saying and say. Treated it. It was a cool year. Let's go ahead and get the part that's probably gonna take us the least amount of time, and that is movies of 2024. It wasn't until maybe, I'm be honest, like even before we even had this thing of doing a wrap up, I looked at my Fandango, AMC, and Atom apps, and I was like, how many movies did I go see at the theater? And I was like, damn, just 3 or 4. That's it. I was like, damn. Like, cause I'm the type, I'm buying tickets ahead of time. I want to know where exactly I'm gonna sit. Shoot, before they close the damn Icon on Roosevelt, I used to be able to pre-order my food too. Fuck y'all closing that movie theater down. But anyway, so movies, I will say they've been trying this year, like in terms of non-superhero movies and stuff. They've been trying. They tried. Like, hey, but I'm be very quick with mine. My number one, Wolverine and Deadpool. That's easy. Like that was my favorite movie of this year. Definitely worth the money into the theater, all of that. Really great movie. Great MCU movie as well. It's been a while. And then my number 2 is Bad Boys 4. Or is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, entertaining. Shout out to Will Smith, showing that he has PTSD and shit. Like good acting. We had my boy, what was his name? Jamal, or whatever the hell his name was from the Bad Boys 2. He had his moment. That was raw as hell. Will Smith, half-breed son, killed it. Even Martin Lawrence was funny as hell in this movie. Martin Lawrence was extremely funny as hell throughout this whole movie. and him being kind of like the badass at moments was also a nice take on this movie as well. But the best part of this movie that nobody talked about was how they smoked DJ Khaled, G. Literally smoked that nigga, G. Nobody talks about it enough, bro. But DJ Khaled got smoked in that movie in the best way possible, and it wasn't talked about enough, G. So with that said, that makes it my number 2 movie of this year, solely on how they smoke DJ Khaled, G. Like, you don't get no better than that, G. So respect. But that's it for me.
Yeah. So my number 3, I already talked about it earlier. Sonic the Hedgehog. Really, I watched a lot of movies this year, and I could, if I sat down, I could probably come up with a top 5, a top 10 list, but it would be like super unnatural because I would be like, I think I like this about this movie. But these were like more of the. I will say my honorable mention does go to Bad Boys 4. I thought, like Chris said, I thought it was a really good film. The chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith is still great, so that movie really did shine with that aspect. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, you already talked about that. That's my number 3. Number 2, Chris's number 1, which is Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, the feeling is slightly restored. It's not all the way, but like in 2 phases of absolute dookie water. This was the oasis in the shit sand. That was phase 4 and phase 5 of Disney Marvel's MCU. Really liked the movie. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Again, the chemistry was really well. Story was really well. The action was really well too. And I'm glad that they kept to the spirit of the previous 2 Deadpool movies with the R rating. So I think they did a really great job. And I'm hoping that they don't mess up his role in future, because he's going to be back in future MCU projects. I just hope they don't Disney him too much in the future projects. And then my number 1, literally no competition. I kid you not. There is no movie, and I repeat, there is no movie that comes close to this movie, in my opinion. It is a clear number 1. Dune Part 2, easily, hands down, the best movie I've saw. That movie is currently on HBO. The Part 1 and Part 2 are currently on HBO Max. So if you have not seen those 2 films, I highly recommend you see Dune 1 and Dune 2. Some of the best like non-superhero stuff I've seen since my all-time favorite movie. One of my all-time favorite movies of all time, Interstellar. Fucking love that movie. But Dune Part 2, Timothée Chalamet fucking kills it. Zendaya, my celebrity crush, she kills it as well. The plot of the movie, just the overall theme of this whole like prophecy and like and how dangerous it is in terms of like in some societies where like propagating this Messiah-like prophecy, how much that can really affect an entire culture of people and shape like how future wars and stuff are going to be fought with that figurehead is really good. Like there's no real true clear hero or villain in that story. It's just more so like a story and a message of them trying to really kind of paint that picture of prophecies and like their takes on like the chosen one, not necessarily being a good thing, but not necessarily being a bad thing. It's just something that happens and you can see the effect that has on kind of a political climate. So I highly encourage people to check that movie out. Absolute banger. I think I've watched that movie. Like I think yesterday I just put it on just to put it on. I think that was like my 7th time putting that movie on. Like, I watch it I literally go like, I want to watch Dune 2. I just put it on in the background. So it is one of the best movies I've seen this year. And I'm looking forward to part 3.
All right, Trail.
Crap. Let me go to the list. Did I still have LOL for the movies? Yes.
Yeah.
You're proud of them, bro. I watched Wolverine and Deadpool. Really good. I watched some other stuff. I just can't think of it right now, so it's probably not worth mentioning. And then what's that movie the church made us go see?
Oh,
I'll put that as number 1.
Iron Forge, I think. What's that called?
Yeah, The Forge. The
Forge.
Yeah. That had grown men crying in that. I didn't cry because I'm a real one, but that had grown men crying in that. So shout out to that movie. That'd be number 1 for me.
All right. Let's go ahead and just go towards anime and TV. Um,
I'm good. Oh no, that's games.
yeah,
I
that's
think
Yeah,
you
I
game.
put
think I
you
think
got
I
two. You got two because you put.
You actually
I
put
think that
two
should
in
be
there. So you actually put two in there. So in terms of the anime TV side of things, uh my number three, my number three, what would I put my number three in? Shit. For anime. Oh, yeah. So honestly, let me do my honorable mentions first. So my honorable mentions is Don to Don, which yes, it was really fire, but also it didn't have me invested like others did, But it's still really great. Like I do look forward to it, and look forward to it to next season and all of that. And from here on, I might actually start reading it because I do need some shit to read. But it was solid. And then honestly, my most underrated anime that I watched this year was Go Go Loser Ranger. That was on Hulu. If you haven't checked that out, it's pretty decent. So if you like Power Rangers or Super Sentai, it's a nice twist on the grunts and their perspective on how they view things, and even the fact that these versions of the Power Rangers are legit assholes. But cool assholes though. Like if I was a Power Ranger, I'd probably be an asshole too. God knew not to make this real. But it's a nice perspective on the grunts perspective, and also just trying to fight back and infiltrate like their whole system of things pretty much. But it was really good. So I highly recommend it. Then so my number three is once again Classroom of the Elite season 3. This was really good. Really good as always. Well, there's nothing else to really say in regards to it. It's really great. My number 2 is Windbreaker, and that's mainly because of hands and a bunch of characters who can beat up Rock Lee. So with that said, my type of shit right here. The choreography though was what really grabbed me though. The fighting choreography was really one of one, especially when we have Mappa who is being lazy as hell when it comes to animation and shit. And here's this anime right here just giving you elite fighting choreography with half the budget. So Mappa, love yourself, G. Love yourselves. But pretty good. People compare it to the Tokyo Revengers, and I just don't see it. Just because you see teenage gangs fighting each other, don't need to be Tokyo Revengers. It's different entirely. No. Then my number 1 is actually Undead Unluck. In terms of like a weekly investment, this was something I look forward to watching every damn week when it was on. I think this was spring season. I think spring season when Undead Unluck was going on, and it was something I didn't expect to actually like. Just the dynamic between Luck and Undead, that whole dynamic, and just their chemistry and their relationship is really unique. And just the story itself as it progressed, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read this shit. Even though I only read like 2 chapters since the anime ended, but it's really good. It's a really great story. So those are mine.
So my number 3, or I'll say my honorable mentions first, go to Windbreaker for the amazing fight choreography. Really great. It wasn't just like hands being thrown, it was like a legitimate like back and forth fighting scene. People had unique fighting styles, and you got to see that clash. And I think the overall story and characters were pretty solid, but I think the fight choreography really stood out for Windbreaker. And my other honorable mention goes to what I believe is romance animes are my favorite genre when it comes to anime. And I think is the best romance anime that I've seen this year is Pseudo Harem. Just because it was a show, it gave me Itazura and the Kiss vibes, where it felt like a genuine progression of a relationship between 2 people, and it ended off really well. There was no room for there's like no season 2 or season 3. It ends with them getting married and living their best life. So I think like it was a really great show. And it didn't even have a lot of the tropes that I freaking hate when it comes to romance animes, which is like the jealous, oh, I have a childhood friend that I love, and all that other nonsense. So I really did like that show. My number 3 is Classroom of the Elite. Like Chris said, I am a huge fan of that series, and I'm looking for season 4. I just love how each season every season he ends off on some like, what the fuck are you? You need a therapy session. And this season with him ending, not him going like, you know what? I'll enter into a relationship with you, but I'm just doing this to see what the hell this love shit is about. And if it ain't all that, I'm discarding you and moving on with my life.
Real nigga, G. Real nigga.
Like, this man has some of the most funniest end of season monologues ever, and I always look forward to like, what is he gonna say? But I did like how that show ended. I'm looking forward to see how he uses that, or how I guess he gets his humanity back through that relationship. Don't know, but the story's going in a very interesting direction. Number 2 is Jobless Reincarnation. That's right, and Isekai made it onto my top 3 list. And you know me, I absolutely hate Isekais. I think it is one of the worst, laziest pieces of trash genres that the anime market has oversaturated. It is utter garbage, but there are some diamonds in the rough, and I think Jobless Reincarnation is one of those diamonds. I think there are a lot of problems that show has, and if you watch the podcast, our podcast, when we talk about anime, I mention that a lot. There's some weird stuff, but overall, the character journey of the main character, a lot of the side characters, the overall plot, the world that they're in is very fascinating. I'm not going to say it's unique, but it is very fascinating. It kept me glued to my seat as far as like waiting from week to week to see what happens next. And I think that I'm looking forward to the next season. I'm looking forward to seeing how the story progresses. And my number 1, I'm the opposite of Chris. He had this in his honorable mentions, is Dandadan. I think that is hands down probably one of the best animes this year. I am glued to my seat every Thursday. I'm ready for the next episode. I think it has probably the best intro.
Easily the best intro. I'll give it that.
Easily the best intro in any anime ever. I like the story. I like the characters. I think the world is very fascinating. I just like how wacky the show is, and like it's one of those shows that like it's wacky, but it has those instances where it takes itself very seriously, and it's kind of like, oh shit, hold on, you could do that. It very much reminds me of Blood Blockade Battlefield. That show was very wacky, but you remember Mushroom Folks. Y'all remember Mushroom Folks, G. Y'all remember that stuff. It is a very wacky show, but it has moments where it takes itself serious, and in those moments don't feel like it breaks you out of the immersion. It makes you lock in and go like, oh snap, this is an actual world with consequences. And I think that this show handles that very well. So to me, I think that's number 1. There's a lot of anime I watched. I could easily come up with like a top 10 list, but to keep it concise within the podcast, those are my top 3.
Cool.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I clutched. I found the 3rd TV show. I had the man. But like, so I'm gonna start off with number 3. Number 3 is gonna be Fallout. I ain't got no honorable mentions. If I would have thought about honorable mentions, we'd be here till whatever time is on my computer. Honorable mention. Number 3 is Fallout. Great show. I'm a Fallout fan. I got 2 platinums. Working on 3 sometime next year. But I got New Vegas and I got Fallout 4. So I really like the Fallout universe. I love it. They captured the Fallout universe within that TV show. They locked in. I can't think of the lady's name, but she's also in another show that's going to be on my list. And she's just really good. Purnell or something like that. I think like Ella Purnell or something. But she's amazing. She did a great job. Everybody did a good job. All storyline beats were really good. And I can't wait for season 2. And unfortunately, it did make me want to play Fallout again, and I hate that. Number 2 is Smiling Friends season 2. That's the one I had to look up, but I knew I watched something this year, and I loved it. And it was Smiling Friends. It was from April to June. It's an Adult Swim show. Everybody loves it. It is rated extremely high.
Hilarious as hell.
They have the episode in which the snowman was screaming because he found out the existential crisis that he's going to melt one day, and it created one of the funniest scenes in Adult Swim history, in which they left that snowman in his Yeti house. He came there. He was like, "Which one of you niggas left this snowman in my house?" He was like, my wife is going nuts. My kids can't sleep. If I find you around my crib again, I'm gonna beat your butt hard. And then he proceeded to leave. And then Charlie says, he's like, what? What'd you say? Yeah, that's what I thought, vagina. And he hit the wall. Son of Friends is the most random and greatest show that has ever graced Adult Swim. Like, I love that show. And last but not least, has to go to Arcane. I can't talk about that show enough. It is we're going to give you a bunch of money to make a show and make it well personified. So I talked about it a lot last episode that I was on this joint, and I sing praises to that show. For that show is great and worthy to be praised. And I can't really I don't have anything bad about season 2. It's really freaking good. I almost cried a couple freaking episodes. I'm telling you get a tear out of me in a TV show, you are doing your job. I'm a real nigga. So, and I say that jokingly, but it is absolutely a great show. So that's my 3.
All right, cool. And on to the gaming side. Look, y'all know with me, it is what it is, G.
Wow. I don't even know why you put anything.
To say 2K, college football, and wrestling or something like that, bro. That's what he
I don't even know. He put one thing on here. I don't even know why he put one thing on here.
It is what it is.
Skip Chris, I even object permanence, whatever it's called when you don't look at it.
It is what it is. So y'all go ahead and cook, man.
All right, so for me, this is gonna be the preference. This is gonna be our because we are gonna release a top 10 RPG list in the future. Not gonna give an exact date, but we are gonna release that video. That'll be out in the channel when it's out. So this list that you're about to put, these are our top 3 non-JRPGs. Because we say RPGs, they're gonna be like, well, one of those games sounds like an RPG. One of the games I have on here is kind of call it an RPG. These are like non-JRPGs, turn-based, those type of RPGs. So my number 3 is going to Sonic and Shadow Generations. This is basically like a remaster of the Sonic Generations game that came out, a while ago at this point. But they added a Shadow segment story thing, where Shadow's a playable character and he has his own little story arc. I wasn't really too invested in the story side, but I do like the gameplay enhancements and features they made on the Shadow side. It feels like, you're playing. It's not like you're playing Sonic in a Shadow color. It feels like you're actually playing like a different character. But it still keeps the aspect of the speed platforming that Sonic is known for. So I think if you're a Sonic fan, I think it's worth getting. I don't know if it's on sale or anything like that, but if you happen to catch it on sale, I think it's worth buying and playing. Even if you did play the original Sonic Generations, it's still worth it to play the Shadow segment. My number 2 goes to Astrobot. I got a special place for my clowns. I'm gonna save when it comes to this game. But number 2 is Astrobot for sure. I think it is one of the best platforms I've played since Mario Odyssey on the Switch. And that was a launch title. I think it's like 2017, I think it's 2017 when the Switch came out and Mario Odyssey dropped. But I think it really is a great game. If you have not played it and you do like platformers, you're doing yourself a disservice, especially if you own a PlayStation. It is worth playing. It is worth getting invested into, and I think it's a great. Not only is it a great play, it's a great fan. It's something you can play with your kids and stuff like that, and have fun doing that. So yeah, I think it's great. Shout out to it, winning Game of the Year. Again, I'll talk about that more in my clown segment. Got a special place for y'all losers, but number 1 is Stellar Blade. I peak Goon Gaming. But yeah. I've invested a lot of time into this video game. I think it's really freaking good. It definitely. This is like if you're aware of Shift Up, you know that their other premier game is Nikke. It's a mobile phone game, another peak gooning degenerate game. But if you see the gameplay and what this game is about, and you see Stellar Blade, there are 2 completely different games in terms of like gameplay wise. And so I was very surprised at just how competent and well made the game was. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the game from people who take 3D pixels a little bit too seriously. But aside from that, I think story-wise, character-wise, and gameplay-wise too, I found it very entertaining. I mean, that platform was because you had to basically play the game like 3 times, and I was willing to play the game 3 times to get that platinum, which I did get. So I really like that game, and I think it's, for me, probably if I had 2 different lists of like RPG side and like non-RPG side, then this would be my number 1.
All right, cool. Sure.
I'm not muted no more. Okay, cool. I would say my definite honorable mentions would be, look, bro, we can't say JRPGs on here, so it's y'all will be like, what the heck? Yo, it's Card Shop Simulator, TCG Card Shop Simulator, fire game. Spend your time with, call them a day. I ain't got too much to say about that. For 3, I gotta go to my list. 3 is going to be Marvel Rivals. Look, I never thought I would put a multiplayer game in anything involving games that I like, but I always got to shout out to having like the games that I play with the homies. So shout out to Marvel Rivals. I enjoy it. I really like it. I like it way more than I ever liked Overwatch. I sometimes think I'm a solo queue in that game. Do I do it? Hell no. But I think about it sometimes.
You love yourself, bro.
Yeah. So I'm not doing it. But shout out to my rivals. Second will be Balatro. I'm actually playing this right now while I'm talking. Like, so I am addicted to this goddamn game, and I hate it. I was talking to Beans. Beans was like, why you sound so mad? Because I said, I'm in a love-hate relationship with a video game. This is the most stress I ever had with a video game my whole entire life. The game is not easy, okay? Especially if you're an achievement hunter like me. They say this platinum is a 7 out of 10. My nigga, they say it's a mental 800 runs and 60 plus hours to get a platinum. That's a minimum, okay? That's not a 7 out of 10, nigga. 800 runs in general. I don't even think I'm at 200 right now, and I'm probably at 30 hours in this game. I hate it, and that's not count. I think they said like 800 completed runs. That's not counting the ones you skip. So help. I'm asking for help. And last but not least is Astrobot. Niggas, I want to put a clip because I'm taking a vow, especially going into 2025. I'm not gonna be cursing like that. Little do niggas know I'm a youth leader. Niggas not a curse word in my vocabulary, so I'm not gonna stop saying that. But I'm a youth leader, so I gotta find a way to stop cursing. But there's a thing Thugnificent said to people when he disagreed with him. He's talking about eating something. Y'all niggas need to eat that for thinking this game is garbage. I love Astrobot. Soundtrack booming. Gameplay booming. Art direction booming. Nigga, what's something that nigga, what is it for when a game runs well and is good? Optimization for a first party Sony game on day one, nigga, booming. Nigga, small team, nigga. We don't say it a lot, but we PlayStation stands in this party. And now that end, when all the systems was lining up and the games that was dedicated to said systems was flying and fighting that boss, nigga, that was like my life flash before my eyes, nigga.
That was Avengers.
Yeah. Sony been looking for a mascot that's not a brooded Greek or Spartan, has been trying to fight his father and now having a family life with his son. And I'm pretty sure he clapping cheeks on what's her face. They've been looking for a mascot that's not him, and they can't license Spider-Man just for themselves. And they found one with Team Asobi's Astrobot. R.I.P. Sackboy. He dead. He gone.
But you did have a special place during the PS3 era, man.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
man, Sackboy held it down, G.
Sackboy walked. So Astrobots. What's that nigga name? I don't know.
Astrobot got a name?
Yeah, I think it's Astrobot something. Or something Astrobot. I don't know, nigga. Astrobot, that's his name. We're gonna call you Astrobot now. Your mama named you Astrobot, we're gonna call you Astrobot. Shout out to Astrobot. It's a 10 out of 10 game. That don't happen. Okay? Objectively 10 out of 10. Like personally, I can't think of the number right now, but objectively, like, it's a must play. You own a PlayStation, cop the goddamn game. And it's cheap, so yeah. But that's it for me.
All right, cool. So that's it in terms of our end of the year wrap up. So that's it for 2024. That's really it. But we're gonna wrap things up because we haven't done this in a while, man. We got clowns, we got goofies, we got just all of the above, bro. So I'll try to figure out which one because I haven't touched this part of the soundboard in a long ass time. I think it's this one.
Since you want to be a fucking clown, I thought I should let you know the circus is 9 miles in the opposite direction.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but either way, we got clowns out here, G. And it's tough to really say who is the clown of the year because it's plenty of people. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep it simple. America itself was the clown. America itself was the clown, G. Like I know
before we get into that disclaimer, it's about to get political in this bitch. If you are someone who doesn't like things getting political in this bitch, click off.
Hey, look
again.
Man.
If you are someone who doesn't like to get political in this bitch, click off. Because we're not trying to see Orange Man defenders in the comment section. So click off, please and thank you. This is a podcast with 3 black men in America. We got to talk about things that are going to be affecting 3 black men in America, which is in politics. So again, if you don't like political shit, click off. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share it on social media platforms, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Salute. All right, so 1, 2, 3. But America itself was the clown, G. Like, man, even just outside the politics aspect, there's just a lot of clown behavior for everybody, man. A lot of grifting, a lot of incel work. Like, literally, the fact that incel had the term of incel has changed. And at first I was like, yo, that's crazy. It used to be a nigga that chooses not to have cheeks. Now it's a person who can't. And they're just some of the biggest grifters. And at the same time, they the ones that don't think well for themselves, man. And that's what became America. America has became the people who don't think well for themselves. They don't see the bigger picture. And that's extreme clown behavior. Extreme clown behavior among all Americans, except probably us because we got common fucking sense. But common sense has become rare sense nowadays, man. It has become rare sense. Y'all chose, it started, at first I was like, okay, you know what? They ain't gonna vote this clown back in office. Then day by day, I'm like, you know what? They about to vote this clown back in the office, G. While also sitting there stating the things like, hey, man, all these things are wrong. But y'all voted for the man. Y'all voted for Buddy Ass, G. Y'all voted for the orange clown, G. The only clown I rock with is Buggy, G, from One Piece, G. That's a real nigga. Real nigga right there. Because he's anti-government. But you guys who are the most anti-government are picking the person who's literally going to fuck you over, bend you over. No lube, no Diddy party, G. Sorry. But America has chose to be assholes. Even the people who are deemed woke or the left or the super leftist people, y'all guys are idiots too. I'm not gonna go into because that's a more sensitive topic, but y'all are just as bigger idiots too, man, than the orange folks stands. Like it's a damn shame how far this country has fallen, G. Like I hate to say that, literally, a mega power country don't last for so long, and the fact that we're living in it, man, it's a damn shame. But at the same time, that ego go crazy though, because the Olympics we was raw as hell. But other than that, a lot of these citizens are idiots. Blame the internet, blame
Social
lot
media.
of things. Social media, the internet, all of them go hand in hand. You can blame TikTok, you could blame YouTube, you can blame Joe Rogan, you can blame podcasts as a whole. But this country has went to hell. And honestly, it really started in 2018 when y'all voted for Dude the first. No, wait. Yeah, 2016 when y'all voted for Dude the first time. And then y'all did it again 8 years later. And now we're going to suffer the consequences. And I hope you guys enjoy the suffering, G. I really do. That's it. Y'all the clowns. America is the clown.
It's so many people. My clown has a little bit to do with that, but it's so funny how so many people who voted for the orange man are realizing so many things that they go like, oh shoot, my bad. So my clown kind of goes, it's tandem. It goes to ignorance. It goes to not doing proper research. That's my clown. The clown is not doing proper research. That's also gonna play into hand of my other clown, which is going specifically to gamers. I got special place for you and game companies too as a whole. But so I got 3 clown of the years. One goes to the concept of ignorance and the refusal to do your own research when it comes to certain things. To not make it too political, but a lot of stuff that happened in regards to what happened in November was just due to a lack of people doing proper research on their own, not just following someone on TikTok that has 1 million views or somebody on social media or Twitter that has 500,000 followers or whatever, or somebody on YouTube that has 10 million viewers, but actually taking time to do your own research, to do your own subject areas on stuff that's gonna affect not only just America as a whole, but your own community in itself. I'm talking about local elections too, because y'all be fucking that shit up too. So it's just a lot of just ignorance in full display. November exposed a lot of you people. There's a lot of people in my family that I'm just not keep it a buck. I'm not fucking with you no more. I know what you rock with, bro. I can't. You might think it's like, but it's like the stuff that y'all was saying, not just the act that you voted for, but the stuff that you were saying in regards to voting for this man. I can't rock with you like that, Brody. I mean, I see you at the family gathering. I give you a little, what's up, cuz, what, you know what I'm saying? But like, other than that, we can't hang out like that. We ain't gang, fam. So that's that. I think for me, gamers, the gaming industry as a whole is a clown. I'm really glad that Jeff, he kind of like leaned into it. I wish he did talk a little bit more about it, but he did address it during the Game Awards about a lot of the layoffs and things that have been affecting the industry. And yeah, rightfully so, because gaming industries, they love to brag about record high profits and sales and all these things, and then like two days later they announce, oh yeah, we're going to lay off like 500 people. Thanks for making me money. Bye. Good luck getting another job in this fucked up industry. So y'all are some clowns. And I'm gonna actually give an extension to us gamers. I'm gonna give you guys a clown of the year, just because it kind of ties into the whole ignorance thing. But my God, you guys are weird. I can't put it in another way. There's no word that I can really just describe the current state of like the gaming landscape. If you watched the Game Awards this year, I mean, it's just, y'all are weird. Like when I had mentioned the stuff about the layoffs, so Jeff kind of pointed out a spotlight about these group of people who created this initiative to help people in the industry who have been wrongfully laid off to get another job in the industry. And so many people were like, boring, skip, blah blah blah. And it's like, y'all, it's like, where's GTA 6? And it's just like, it's like, I don't, y'all, it's like shout out to my homie Dion, bro. He mentioned this on one of the parties, bro. We don't deserve games, we don't deserve anime, we don't deserve movies. We need to just cancel all this shit. And I kind of agree with him sometimes, bro. Sometimes y'all just need to stop playing this stuff. But like, it's just the whole Astrobot debacle. Especially when it comes to like Black Myth stands for some reason. It's like y'all do realize y'all won player's choice, right? That is a 100% for the players, by the players vote, which everybody says, which do you think is the game of the year? And everybody said, well, I didn't say it, but the vast majority of y'all said it was Wukong. Realize that the game awards, the game of the year, is a bunch of corporate suits and stuff that say, yeah, we think Astrobot won. Don't take it seriously. Don't take the Game Awards seriously. Metaphor got nominated. Me and Daytro both knew that game was not gonna fucking win Game of the Year. we knew that game was not gonna even touch Game of the Year. But we still got top RPG, we got best narrative, like we got all these other awards, and we were fine. I'm like best audio, best visual design. I'm fine with that. I could take my small W's and move on. My Unicorn Overlord got nominated as best strategy. I didn't even expect that game to get nominated for anything, but it got nominated. It got recognized for being good. And at that time, is that what matters? Isn't that what matters? Does it really matter that Jeff Keighley's award said that Astrobot won Game of the Year? Or does it matter that, in your personal opinion, Black Myth Wukong is the best game of the year? Which one matters more? And if it's the Jeff Keighley thing, seek help. Seek help. Because you value other people. You value people's other opinion over your own. Seek help. That's the only thing I can tell you. All the freaking anti-woke losers crying about seeing females in video games, y'all will continue to be weird. Y'all will continue to be losers. If for some reason when you meet a real girl in real life, you will continue to stumble over your words and not know how to talk to someone like a normal, well-functioning, productive member of society should. So, yes, they're a woman. And guess what? Women can be in video games too. And guess what? They ain't gotta have triple deep titties and the biggest ass known to man.
I'm calling them grave.
like stop being fucking weirdo. So you gamers out there, y'all are gamers, the gaming industry, and just ignorance as a whole. My clown of the years.
Yeah.
I second all the clowns. I really ain't got nothing to tell you the truth. I'll just say maybe if you let a political thing, get you ostracized for your family, like look yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, these people don't want to be around me no more. What happened? I'm telling you, you joining some group on the internet that's all in some think chamber talking about how they gotta root people out, things like that, still not gonna make your wife love you. Lock in, be a better person, take that goddamn hat off before we jump you, and live the life that you need to live, bro. Like, lock in, man. I'm serious, bro. Niggas need to lock in. Niggas not locking in, bro. It's a pandemic of locking in going on, and that needs to stop today. So I hope that, people can repair their families, people come back together and things of that nature. And if you're a grifter going into 2020, if I ever win a lottery, I'm gonna create a task force called Slap a Nigga. I told this in the party. There's gonna be a task force called Slap a Nigga. If you're a video game grifter, movie grifter, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna dox you. We're gonna dox you to slap a nigga. You're gonna get randomly slapped by that nigga, bro. It's gonna be a nigga with a fat head. Probably hire a couple Samoans depending on how bad y'all are grifting, man. It's gonna be nasty, bro.
Hey, look,
It's gonna be nasty, bro.
trying to murder people.
You ever been slapped by a Samoan?
It's not a one-time appointment. It's a continuous until you stop.
Every time you tweet, you're getting slapped. You don't need a security guard. They slapping niggas out. You gonna be, hey, bro, you heard they slapping niggas out here. That's what you're gonna hear. You ever seen a Samoan hand, nigga? Somebody like gonna look like Andre the Giant and Yokozuna put together gonna slap you, nigga. And so I say all I have to say, bro. Love yourself. Love the people around you. My nigga, whatever you believe in, love that. Focus on that. And be a better person going into this next year. Because if you don't, telling you, God know not to give me an exorbitant amount of money.
You gonna get
slap
slapped.
a nigga cold.
Task Force,
Will
G.
be-
Hey, Grifter
will
said
be-
Task Force, G.
Niggas will be getting slapped, and it's going to be on a continuous basis. Them workers will be paid well. Y'all thought Luigi was a man. We ain't trying to kill you.
Oh,
We trying to
God.
lower your self-esteem. We trying to have you every time you walk outside, you shake when you see a Samoan nigga. So that's how it's gonna go. So, but yeah, I hope y'all had a great 2024. 2025 is about to be the year of Attack on Culture. So just
For
lock
sure.
in for that.
It only goes up from here, baby.
We only going up, man. So with that said, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the love, the support, even the future support, man. So make sure you guys stay locked in. Get y'all peoples to lock in, G, above all. We all control what y'all other people can do, man. Share the content, tell them lock in, rock with us. Not just Attack on Culture. You Tweeking Media as a whole, Threes from the Ring, all of the things that we got for you guys, because we definitely going crazy next year. G. We definitely going crazy. So with that said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you share with the people. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Attack on Culture. Follow the TikTok page as well. You YT on Clips, you Tweeking Media on TikTok. And above all, man, y'all be safe out here, man. And once again, even if you know somebody who's a notified grifter, slap them into the new year, G. Just slap them down.
It's gonna,
Grifters into the new year, bro. That's the movement.
it's gonna feel good, trust me. You ever just get a good slap on a nigga that needs to be slapped, it's gonna feel amazing, bro. So
Just
go
do
ahead
it,
and do
man.
that.
Like when they start grifting, like just slap them at the Christmas table, G. You know,
Man, hey, slap that nigga, man. They inciting violence on that podcast. No, we inciting slapping niggas. And when you slap them, they ain't gonna want to fight back.
We trying to slap.
Exactly. A slap is different.
It's a helpful slap. It's a love slap.
Exactly. It's a get right. You know, just get you right, man.
That
Just
little pop your mama give you in a grocery store.
Exactly.
it's like,
You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
okay, yeah, I was tweaking. All right, cool. You know, and I think that's what the world is missing, G. That's what America needs. People just getting popped, G. That pop, the pop in the face to just act right, G. You know, it balances you, G. That's what's missing, G. That's all it is. But with that said, Happy New Year's, Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all the good things, man. Y'all be safe, be smooth. Make sure if the mac and cheese look a little strange, make sure you guys take a photo of it before you dump it in the trash to save your peoples. So hey, with that said, peace, y'all.
Send it to us, and we'll do the job of roasting the food for you since we're
There
strangers.
we go. Yeah, matter of fact, that would be a fun little. You know what? That'd be extremely fun. That would be extremely fun. Send the nasty mac and cheese, G.
Your holiday meals, if it look trash, and ask us to roast it on your behalf, and we shall do so.
Exactly. We'll do an anti-Keith Lee type rating, G. It's gonna be very mean spirited, but it's so because you couldn't do it, you know. Keith Lee don't really slander people. We will. But hey, y'all be smooth. Peace.
See you next year.
Auf Wiedersehen.